Sticking with Group A, and it's a must-win territory already for Wales and Switzerland as they go head-to-head over in Baku. Who's going to come out on top? We'll take a little look next. We are back once again with another 5-minute preview, taking a look at another Group A match between Wales and Switzerland. Of course, make sure you bang your thumbs up, bang your subscribe, and smash the little bell so you don't miss that beat. So let's get cracking and jump in the deep, and then, of course, have a look at this match itself. Of course, takes place on the 12th of June over in Baku. That's right. It's Robert Page up against Vladimir Pekovic, and it is a.k.a. Wales up against the Swiss. So here we go. Take a look at how Wales got to this stage. Of course, they qualified as Group E runners-up back in the 19th of November. This is actually their second Euro Championship, of course, finishing last round, I think, in semi-final spot in 2016, and they're currently ranked by FIFA in 17th. Of course, their record or heading into this, of course, they were taking on the Swiss right here, right now. Of course, then in the second match, they'll be taking on Turkey on the 16th of June before they're wrapping up their three-peat up against the Italians on the 20th of June. Quick look at the 26 players that make up the Welsh squad. Of course, some familiar faces in here. Ben Davies at the back from Spurs. Of course, Chris Meppen as well at the heart of defence. They've got Tarvey Wilson, of course, and Ramsey. Joe Allen, of course, the Capitano, Gareth Bale leading the charge, of course, which could be his final games in football, of course, as he teases the pending retirement. So heading into this, let's take a look at my starting 11 then for you for the Welsh. Of course, it may be like this, or it may be completely different heading into the match on the 12th of June. We've got Hennessy between the sticks, Davis at left back, Meppen, Rondon, of course, Williams as well, with Joe Allen, Ramsey and Brooks making up a three-man midfield, with Wilson on the left, Bale down the right, and of course Kiefer Moore scoring the bloody goals. Let's take a look at the opposition then there, shall we? Of course, Switzerland, of course, managed it by Vladimir Pekovic. Of course, they did qualify as Group D winners back on the 18th of November 2019. It seems like a lifetime ago. Of course, they've been at the Euros 4 times in the past, and they're currently ranked 13th in the world. They ain't no slouches, that's right. Of course, their resume, of course, heading into this, of course, taking on the Welsh right here, right now. Then it's the Italians on the 16th of June before wrapping up their three-peat up against Turkey on the 20th of June. Let's take a look at the 26-man squad then for the Swiss. Here we go. We've got someone between the sticks, of course, a familiar face there, Rodriguez at the back, now playing his football over in Italy. We've got Mbabu as well. We've got Elverdi from Borussia Mönchengladbach, of course, Xhaka as well, familiar from the old Premier League, as long as Brilem Bolo leading the charge up top. Let's take a look at, of course, my start 11 then. We've gone with a 4-3-3 as well, with someone between sticks, Rodriguez at left back, Kajani, Elverdi and Widmer make up the back four, with Zakira, Zubna and Xhaka in midfield, and of course Vargas, Shaqiri and Imbolo up top. It could be like this, it might not be nothing like this, but of course we look forward to the match none the same. Let's take a look at the record there between these two sides. They played each other 4 times since 1999, 3 wins for the Swiss, just 1 win for, of course, the Welsh, and there's been no draws. In total, the Swiss have scored 8 goals over the Welsh in those matches, of course, and just 3 goals returned from the Welsh as well, which is around about 0.75 goals per match when taking on the Swiss. On the flip side, the Swiss, they come in there with a 2 goals per game ratio, and of course there's 92% success rate with their recent form, which basically means winning 5 of the past 6 games. As for the Welsh, just 1 defeat of the past 6, so a 75% success rate heading into this. Of course, these are those last 4 games. Last time they played each other appeared to be in Wales. Of course, it was back in 2011. It was a 2-0 win for the Welsh. Of course, let's take a look at the rest of the group then coming at you. Of course, they've got Italy and, of course, Turkey also in this group, and they'll be locking horns in the opening day. Of course, a quick look at the resume for these guys. Now, before I give you my prediction for this matchup out in Group A, a quick look at what the general public think right here, right now. Of course, a couple of days ago, I did set out some polls on the old channel, so make sure you check that out and get your votes in nice and early. Of course, I did put out the poll about this match, and currently, out of 189 votes, 54% have gone with the Swiss, 32% have gone with the Welsh, and 13 have gone with a draw. So, what do I think about this game? Of course, it is a big one, of course, and it's a must-win territory for both of these two sides. Of course, Italy and Turkey, for me, right here, right now, seem to be the 2 superior sides, and of course, we'll fancy the chances when they lock ahead up against these two sides. So this is must-win territory for both of these two sides. And again, it is still early in the competitions. No real team wants to make any mistakes. They are going to happen, but ultimately, I don't think it's going to be in this game. I think we're going to be setting ourselves up for a bit of a damp squib on this one, ultimately ending in a 0-0 draw. That's right. No one's really going to get ahead on everybody else, and it's going to end up pretty much, if you take a look at the previous game, all 1 point apiece. So it'll set ourselves up for, of course, a tasty second match, of course, which will kick off in 4 or 5 days' time down the road. But yeah, for me, a bit of a damp squib on this one, 0-0 in the end. So what do you think about this game yourself? Make sure you get your picks in down below, and of course let me know about your thoughts and expectations for the Welsh and of course the Swiss. Also make sure you check out the links to other stuff on the channel. We got Digicast, we got Normal Cast, we got all kinds of stuff right here on the channel, so make sure you check all that out. But until then, check out the links down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook and all that kind of stuff. Until then, I'll see you soon for the next 5-minute preview.